Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Okay, today hopefully the internet is good. Hmm. Because sometimes the internet is quite pretty bad. All right. I think for this chapter is not easy to have some any discussion. We can only discuss today is part two, right? So now is I put the word death and rebirth because that is happened before rebirth for us. Because rebirth we cannot see, but we will encounter death and rebirth is for next life. Is part two now. Now we already go through the this one which is easy. The four condition of death is easy to understand. Okay. And then the this one karma nimitta, gati nimitta. So karma is actually very easy to remember. Karma means action, all right? Anything to do with action. Karma nimitta, the word, sometimes we use the word as sign, but actually we can call it the condition or environment when the object is experienced. It can be the object here. Okay, now according to information down there, it can be a object, main object, or secondary or instrumental. For example, if somebody give donation, the sign of karma, uh, all right. So karma is a giving donation, all right? Then the sign will be the main object. Furniture will be the secondary or instrumental. So if somebody erecting a pagoda, the pagoda is main object, and then the flowers and so on is a secondary object. Now the question is, why is it somebody take the main object, but why is it somebody take the secondary object? It depends on what is appear stronger to their mind, because this will cause the rebirth, right? Maybe if they build the pagoda is something they like it. Maybe like us, we have the very beautiful, shiny, made of steel. So daytime, the sun will shine on it. So it's a very beautiful pagoda in daytime. At nighttime, we use the solar light, battery from the battery obtained from the solar give light. So the battery nighttime will give the light back, or normal moonlight or any electricity light. So the pagoda here is day and night. It give very beautiful gold color. So if somebody see the pagoda, they like me, I like the pagoda because it's very beautiful. So it will be my main object. But for some people who always go there to offer the flowers or pay respect to the Buddha, maybe the Buddha statue in the pagoda or the flowers in the pagoda, maybe they will take it as secondary object. So it depends on each person. Okay. So we already discussed with some of the example here. Now this one is the third one is Katinimita, all right? So we are kind of doing review again. Now it's actually talking about future destiny. For example, the story about the Damika Upasaka. He saw the six chariots. Only he see it, nobody. Okay, so he chose the chariot from Tushita. So that is the for him the sign to be experienced. Okay, and also the Chunda, who before he passed away, he started to behave like pig, and after that he was burned by the hellfire. Okay, all right. So this one we already discussed. Okay, karma. Let's say past. Now we have to think about it. Why is it somebody have karma as past? You know, because we are talking about this will appear to dying person. Is somebody going to die? And at that time, his body is very weak. He will not be able to do any action. So normally he will think about to the mind though, think about some good things he do like donation, which is as wholesome, and killing as unwholesome. So either one of them. Okay. And Karma Nimitta is a object or instrument. By his mind, he was thinking about the donation he do by seeing the photos or picture of him giving the donation in the past. Okay. Or present means that when he see the Buddha or Buddha statue, or he's using the ear door to hear the chanting. Now, Gati Nimitta means it will appear like the Dhammika he saw the uh, celestial chariot, right? Sorry, this is a typing mistake. Dhammika will see the chariots appear from the sixth Dewa plan. And then maybe somebody hear the beautiful sound, like a very sweet deity sound, celestial music, and so on. So Gati Nimitta, according to the notes here, it will be appear just like the person see in his sixth sense though. Okay. So this one is actually is just through the notes. How true it is, we also don't know. Okay. Because we don't know whether it will come or not come. So it's either one of the karma nimitta or gati nimitta. Either one will appear. And when the person take, right, that's why now we are talking about dying process already. All right. Can I invite somebody to read? Brother Ko, can you read this one?
Okay. At dying process, is it?
Yes, yes.
Okay. At the death moment, the mental process runs with one of the three objects. It implies mostly to the next life, or the productive karma presents itself to a sense door by way of renewing. These objects present themselves to the jhana process of the dying person, not to the death consciousness itself. The death consciousness takes the same object as the rebirth consciousness and bhavanga of this life. It should be stressed that this object presents itself to the jhana process of the dying person, not to the death consciousness itself. The death consciousness, Suticita, the final chitta in a lifetime, apprehends the same object grasped by the rebirth consciousness and bhavanga of the existence that it is about to end.
Okay, thank you. All right. Now here is a little bit we call it technical, because all these are difficult to understand unless like people like Buddha who can see all this, because it's very subtle and not to not available to most people, this kind of knowledge. Now, all right, so this one I think in future you will learn. Okay. It's just a brief information here. So what we say, there's a Javana here, J, 5 times. So this is the dying process. All right. So normally we have rebirth here. Okay. And then there will be a lot of Bawanga. Bawanga is, we call it life continuum. It's something, it's a chitta that maintain moment to moment, life to life. Okay. So it's kind of chitta will arise when there's in between the seeing process, hearing process, thinking process, then this chitta will maintain the life. That's why you call it life continuum. Even in the thought process, there's also bhavanga, bhavanga, bhavanga. So we will learn soon. Okay. Yeah, after the dependent origination. Okay. So let's say the process, this rebirth, and this is the last one, death process. Death process we call it chuti chitta. What you trying to say that uh all right, we have this death process. Okay, cuti cita. So actually, it's a very easy to remember because Malay word cuti is holiday. Here, cuti means you holiday from this life. Okay, and then the that consciousness, rebirth consciousness, we call it patisandi, and bawanga. So basically, we are talking about this one, rebirth consciousness and bawanga, and the last cuti, that consciousness. All right. So this means that the one that I highlight in blue color, they all take the same object, right? So from rebirth linking, life continue, or the B, and then the dead consciousness Chuti. All right, I already explained here. They take the same object, but what will happen that to the dying process, we are going to have a new object here. So this is another object, okay, different object. So we call it a new, different object. So this one will lead us to the next life. Okay, because this object we mentioned on the karma nimitta, gati nimitta, so it will appear at this one. Okay, so highly different color so you can see where's the text mentioned. Okay, so the karma nimitta, gati nimitta will appear at this jhana 5 times here. All right, and after that, what happened? All right, so then the mind. Okay, now, is actually this one from the Handbook of Abhidhamma, which actually give a very interesting, interesting explanation about what will happen at this time. All right, it will not happen at this one. Okay, Chuti Chitta is the last consciousness. It's not happen here. It happened at the Jhana process just before the Chuti Chitta. So this is a very simplified chart. So if you want more complicated one, look at the this one at the Comprehensive Manual Abhidhamma, page 225. And there are lots of explanation here, so you all should try to read when you are free. Okay. So 224, and you have this 225. These charts look very complicated. Okay. So it just trying to say that this is the rebirth. Okay, and this is a death process. So this is called old life, means that this life. And new life will be another rebirth linking. And after rebirth linking, there will be bawanga. Okay. And then up to 16 moment, 1/6. Then there will be Mido process, or the M is Mido process. Okay. So just see for a while. So I will not go so detail, all right, because it is actually quite complicated by this chart. All right. So this is talking about in terms of your eye seeing something, right? But the main thing is important is that the new object. Okay. Let's say if somebody see, let's say if somebody uh doing good, he might see a pagoda or whatever. So the eye will see pagoda. So this is the object here. It appear at this process, and then the jawana. There are only 5 jawana, not 7, because they say at the time the heart base is weak. Normally we have 7, so it will take the object here. So based on this object, then it will appear also at the new life, another object here. Okay. So you all can try to study this chart. All right. So it's on the page 225. Anyway, just main thing is that the process here, we are talking about this process, Jhana process, where the new object will appear here. It's not the dead consciousness. Dead consciousness is only one moment, a very short moment. But this dead consciousness, it takes the same object as rebirth, life continuum, right? So I already mentioned here. Okay. Now, what happened at the dying process? Okay, now we are going to see dying process here. Okay, somebody read, please. Bande Aditya Sena. Can you read this one? Yes.
Saji, starting from which
This
line?
one, this line up to this line. The mind.
Oh, okay. The
Yes.
mind is inclining mostly toward the state in which he is going to be reborn in. It says mostly because when people die suddenly, they may not have time to incline to the state. When a person is going to be reborn in the human realm, his mind is going to be inclined toward that realm. If he's going to be reborn in the celestial realm, his mind will be inclined towards the celestial realm. It is like your mind inclining towards a place you are going to go. You are preparing, packing things up to go to some place. Your mind is inclined toward that place. In the same way, since he is being about to die, his mind will incline towards his future destination. attending to the very object presented to that person, or to the sign produced by relatives or whoever is near to him at near death time, then one passes away.
Okay, thank you. Now, all right, we say the mind incline, all right? So, but sometimes we don't know if the person die ex very fast car accident something, they might have no time to incline. All right. So if the person going to human realm, the mind incline to realm. If going to celestial deva, the mind incline to deva. Right. But the main thing is we not so sure if we have time. But the main thing is here, if the object appear by itself, we cannot control. But if the object is presented or produced by somebody who are near to us and near to that person, dying person at the near that time, that's important here. Because maybe here we can help people to have how you call it, better object. If they see better things, they might reborn in the better realm. So if they see hellfire, so like the story about, I think the story about last week, Brother called us, the person he always kill animals. So before he passed away, he saw many dogs, wild animal, trying to bite him. Then the Arahan, the son, asked the novice, bring him to the pagoda and let him offer the flowers. Then after that, he see the sign from the celestial world. Okay. So if somebody near us, our relatives and so on, they manage to help us. So maybe we get a better sign. Sign here, we already mentioned the sign means condition or object. So if we can get a better object, so maybe we can bond because our mind incline, right? Incline to the object that we see. That's very important here. So that's how we can change our karma. Hopefully, last minute, we still have some way to change our karma to born in a better place. Okay. Right. So this is a handbook, volume 2, 245. Now, how about the object? How do they present? All right. So we can read this one first and this one. All right. Somebody. Okay. Okay. Maybe ask brotherly. Brotherly, can you read? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
The first kind of presentation of object has to do with some kind of karma one did in the past. The second kind of presentation of that rebirth productive karma presents itself to a sense door in a way of renewing. The explanation for the above is, first, the dying one remembers his karma, karma nimitta, or his mind takes the gati nimitta. Second, the dying one feels as though he were performing that karma at that time. This appear at the mind door. This karma appears to him as though he were doing it at that time. It becomes new again and he feels as though he were doing that karma at that very moment. The karma may have been done years ago or even lives ago. That karma which is going to give Patisandhi results becomes so powerful that in his mind he feels he is doing that karma again.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Thank you.
So yes. Okay. Now we call it. Sometimes we look at the second one. All right. This karma will give the rebirth. So we call it rebirth productive karma. It present itself. How it present itself? Okay. It like appear at the mind door, or it appear like he's doing at that time, even though he might do a years ago, lives ago, right? So it's so powerful that he feel that he's doing it. That's how we call it how the things are present to the mind. Or you can see number one, okay? If he did something, he remember his karma nimitta. That's why we are always encourage any Buddhist or anybody try to remember our good karma. So even before you pass away in the dying moment, try to remember all the good things because it help you to get better object. All right. You remember the things you do, karma, action, or anything to do with karma, like the object, like the pagoda or flowers you donate or the food you donate and so on. Yeah, this is actually very technical also. Okay, it's technical, but we still have to read through. Right, this is actually quite interesting here. All right, I think Mingxi, can you read there? Mingxi.
Okay, yeah, this one, immediately after that, death consciousness has ceased. A rebirth linking consciousness arises and is established in the subsequent existence. By these words, immediately after death, the author wanted to prevent the opinion that there is an interim life between two lives. It is called the Antarabhava in Pali. In Theravada Buddhism, Antarabhava is not accepted. Hence, since the author Anuruddha belongs to the Theravada Buddhism, he wants to prevent that from being taken to be true. So immediately after that death consciousness, rebirth consciousness arises. There is no time gap between death in one life and rebirth in the next life. A person dies and then he may be reborn as a ghost. He may be living as a ghost for 7 days or whatever. He dies then as a ghost and may be reborn as a human being. Theravada Buddhism regards that life as a ghost as just one existence, one bhava. It is not an interim period between one life and another. But according to the other schools of Buddhism, that period is said to be just an interim period. In samsara, all beings except an arahant will be born in a new life immediately after death. All kinds of rebirth, patisandhi, are preceded by death, chutti. Therefore, there must be a classification of the types of patisandhi that are possible after the respective types of chutti. Life starts with rebirth consciousness. It remains for only 3 very short moments, arising, stopping, and ceasing. Then the same type of consciousness appears with the object of rebirth consciousness. It is named bhavanga due to it being the condition of life. In the end, the same type of consciousness arises with the same object, and it is named chutti due to the cessation of life.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
All right. So I think the key point here is this one. What happened after the chutti? All right. So we go back to very simple chat. Now you got this is talking about one life here. So we already reborn. Now at every moment in between, there's a processing, process hearing process. Then there are bhavanga, and the dying process. And somebody pass away, we call it the chutti chitta. So after chutti chitta, the next one, what I say that immediately next life. So we call it the next life here. So then there will be another one, P. P means patisandhi. So rebirth linking. Right. So what is trying to say that between that consciousness, chutti chitta, and the next one, patisandhi, rebirth linking, there's no gap here. No gap here, that means that it's actually happened one chitta and another chitta comes very fast. Nothing in between. All right. So when the chutti chitta pass away, then the rebirth consciousness next life will start immediately. So if somebody pass away here and he will reborn as ghost, so it will be another rebirth linking. So this means that it's not as we call it sometimes people call it the antara bhava. In Chinese we call it 中阴身, huh? Right. So this is important because in Theravada Buddhism we don't have this antara bhava. Because in other tradition, they believe that now, like human, after we somebody pass away and become a ghost is antara bhava. I think they call it intermediate life. All right. And then after become a ghost, then they become human. So that's according to other tradition. But in Theravada, even if he born as a ghost, is one life. Then after that, he born as a human being, another life. Okay. So this means that after the Chuti Chitta pass away, the next Chitta will be rebirth linking. In between, there's no gap. Okay, no gap. That's one. No gap between the death and rebirth, right? Okay, no gap at all. So this means that after this one, the rebirth linking in between, there's no gap at all. Okay, so this just take place very fast because remember last time we say there are five niyama, the natural law. One of the natural law is the chitta niyama, the natural law for the cognitive, for the mind. So the chitta will just happen by itself. Okay. And this is try to say that even in the samsara, there will be after the chuti, the next one will be the patisandhi, except arahan. Arahan after his chuti, that consciousness, arahan will not have any more patisandhi, rebirth linking. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. Okay. Sam, all right. So this means that immediately after the chuti, that consciousness, it continues another patisandhi. Then after that, you got bhavanga. Then you got viticcitta, right? Okay. Then the chuti arise. So this means that what we do, you have the rebirth linking. Okay, just very easy like this one. You got rebirth linking. Sometimes you got bhavanga. Sometimes you got this one viti. We call it viti means connection process, connective process, seeing consciousness and so on. Then there are bhavanga, and after that the last one chuti chitta. After that rebirth. Then after that the process will continue again, again, again. Okay, so I'm trying to say this point only. Okay. So I think we better finish the text first. The text is also not easy to read also. Okay, somebody read. Uh, uh, those who never read before. Okay. Hui Fun? Hui Fun, can you read? No, okay. All right. Okay. Hui Liu, can you read this one? Hui Liu? Yeah.
What? That consciousness, is it?
Yes, that consciousness.
Okay, Sarji. That consciousness, when a person is on the verge of death, within him, the death consciousness, Chuti Chitta, arises immediately. Then, at the end of the present life, death consciousness comes into cessation. Rebirth consciousness. Immediately after that, death consciousness has ceased. Following the dissolution moment of the death consciousness, there arises in the new existence the rebirth linking consciousness apprehending the object thus obtained in the final Javana process of the previous life. That rebirth consciousness is generated by a volitional formation. Volitional formation just means karma. So it is generated by karma. It is enveloped by latent ignorance and rooted in latent craving. In the minds of beings, ignorance, avidya or moha, and craving tanha are always latent. We do not have tanha at this moment, but it is latent in our minds. So when there is something desirable, we may have tanha for that thing. So there are always ignorance and craving latent in our mind. See the dependent origination. When the death consciousness, Chuti Chitta, ceases, immediately after it, rebirth consciousness, Pati Sandhi Chitta, appears. The rebirth consciousness runs with the object of the death process. It arises with base or without base, according to plane. Thank you, Sir.
All right. So Okay, this part is talking about dependent origination. This means that even a new rebirth consciousness, there will be avidya and craving. Okay, even though it's a very new rebirth consciousness, this means that because as long as we are in the samsara, no arahan, there will be avidya and also craving. But it's a not maybe not at that moment, but it's latent. Latent means that it has potential to come out. Okay, this one is more on a dependent origination. Okay, we will discuss next week. Now, what you say that is actually just very easy. Now, from this chart, I have no space to raise. Okay, all right. Now we are talking about this one. So this one is, let's say, this life. Okay, this life. So finish here, and this is the next life. Okay. Right. Now, so for the next life, the rebirth consciousness, it actually take the object of this one. Okay. The object for this one is this one. So is the new that one. How you call it? Better draw an arrow. Okay. Okay. So the object it takes this one. Okay. So or you can say that this object it becomes right. So this object taken at the dying process, and then it will cause the rebirth in the next life. All right. But the dead consciousness and the rebirth linking, yeah, so better this different color with. Okay. So this one, rebirth linking, life continuum, and death in this life has the same object. But the rebirth linking in the next life take the object of the dying process. Okay. This means that for the dying process, the object taken is very important because it will determine where are we going in the next life. Okay, can you follow? Okay, right. Yeah. That's a it trying to say only that the whole passage is trying to say where is it and so on. Okay. I think we better finish this exercise before we go for more Q&A. Right. Now, place or rebirth, right? So at the last moment of a being, the death process occurs in this life. After that, uh, the rebirth process continues in the next life. The death process and rebirth process differ according to person between whom they arise. Now, we have to find the reason why this rebirth take place. For example, a being who can be reborn, number one, from 11 sensual planes to 11 sensual planes, including the four woeful states. Okay. Okay. This means that, remember, we have 31 planes. Four woeful state means that the hell, animal, ashura, and what? What? Tirachana. What is it? What's the next one? Ghost, okay? Now, right? So the first one Okay. Why is it from 11 going to 11? All right. Why is it somebody from this 11 11 they born at 11? Okay. So what's the reason? Don't put this box. Okay. Why is it the reason this one go to this one? All right. So this is the first question asked here. So remember we are for Ducati, we call it Ducati is a unwoeful states, all right? Woeful plan. So it means actually the term is woeful. Woeful place. And Sukati including the human and six Dewa. So why somebody from 11 karma plan go to similarly to the 11 karma plan? They are not going to the Lupa Alupa plan. Okay. What is the reason? Okay. That's the first question. So I had to think about it. Okay. Brother Ko, you can try.
The beings only do kusala and akusala karma. There's no
Okay.
jhana attainment.
Right. Yes. No jhana attainment. Okay. Main thing is they do uh kusala and akusala. No jhana because they do not have jhana attainment. That's why they don't go to the Lupa plan or Alupa plan. All right. So this is okay. So means that dying here. Okay, dying place. So rebirth place. Okay. So that's the reason why they don't go for Lupa Alupa because they don't have to go here. You need to have jhana, Lupa jhana, Alupa jhana. Since he's a normal people, he do good or bad. So he might be from 11 karma plan to 11 karma plan. Okay, can follow? Okay, all right. So yeah, you all write down the reason if you print out. Okay. Now, second one. From the 7 karma sugati, sensual blissful plan to the 16 lupa. Now remember we have first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, all right? So I think the reason is very easy. Okay. Sister Teo, you can try.
This one they got the Rupa Janas 1, 2, 3, 4, so they go to the Rupa place.
Okay, because they practice successfully. You must say successfully. The Rupa jhana. Okay. So if they
Rupa
practice
Jana for
successfully,
5.
5, yeah. How many? 5, okay. 5, yeah. 5 lupa. First jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. So because they practice successfully, they can reborn there. If they don't practice successfully, they cannot reborn there. So you have to use the word successfully. Okay. So there's a second one. From here, they go to let me just copy. Mm. Mm. Okay, never mind. So this one, go to here. Okay. Okay. So this is the second one. Right. So from here, they can go to 16 lupa because 16. Right. Alupa is 4. Okay. Now, this is the second. Now, question number 3. From the 7 Kama Sukati, good place, sensual, good place, blissful place, to the 4 Alupa. Right? This is actually logic also. We try different student, all right? Okay. How about Veera? Yes.
Good evening, Saiji.
Yes.
I think it's almost the same as this one. Practice successfully the 4 Rupa Jhana.
Okay. Yes. Because they practice successfully, that's why they can go to the 4 Alupa Jhana. Okay. Plan. All right. Okay. Now, the fourth one is from Lupa plans to the Lupa plan. Okay. So we do this one first. So the third one will be where you go there? So it's not easy. So just now this one go to this one, okay? That's how when I learn my Abhidhamma, I draw the arrow myself because it makes the mind easy to see. You know, sometimes when you learn things, especially Abhidhamma or Pali, try to draw picture because picture help us to understand the concept instead of like just now we see many words, many words. Sometimes the mind gets so bored, you know. The mind are no more function. When you see too much words, it get very boring. So if you draw the charts, photo, picture like this, your mind become more active. Okay. So next one is
Sorry, Saiji.
Lupa. Yes.
Saiji. Should the arrow from 7 Kama Sugati to Rupa and Arupa?
Yeah, 7.
Diagram.
Yeah, 7 to
Instead,
Alupa. Yeah,
this
this
is
one. Oh, sorry, sir.
Should it be
Okay.
from
Wait.
7 Kama Sugati?
Kama Sukati. Okay. Sorry, yeah. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so this one and the earlier one also here, right? Yeah, the earlier one, number 2 is 7. Okay, sorry. Yes, the earlier one is 7 Sukati. Thank you, Veera, for pointing out. Okay. So this is the first one. Now the second one, this one. The third one is this one. Okay. So you all write the number yourself. It's not easy for me to write the number. Okay, sorry. So it's from the Kama Sukati go to Rupa when he practice successfully the Rupa Jhana. And if somebody human or Deva practice successfully the Alupa Jhana, he go to reborn in the Alupa plan. Right? So this is very easy. Now the next question will be, why is it somebody from the Lupa plan to Lupa plans? And what's the reason? Yeah, this one have to somebody who learned before. How about Sister Suan Nyok Heng? Yeah. Can you try?
I didn't learn before. I cannot give the answer.
Never try. Any answer? Okay. Okay. Anybody want to try? Or please try. All right. Anybody want to volunteer? Nobody. Okay. All right.
Because
Now,
I think he didn't achieve other than the Rupa Jhana, so he cannot go up.
yeah, okay. He didn't successfully practice the Lupa Jhana. So he practiced very easy. Lupa go to Lupa very easy means that he Lupa means we call it Lupa Brahma. Okay, we call it a Brahma. Okay, a Brahma practices Lupa Jhana. That's all. Only, all right. Not Alupa.
The
So he
Brahma
didn't practice.
continue. The Brahma continue to practice the Rupa Jhana.
He might practice the same Lupa Jhana or he might practice higher Lupa Jhana. Right? This means that he can practice, let's say he's at the first level, first jhana, he might practice to the second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana. Or he might practice to first jhana only. Okay? So either you want to put the word continue up to you or don't want. It's okay.
But
Can you follow?
Saiji,
Yes.
Saiji, If
Yes.
if the Brahma being in the Rupa realms, we suppose they should be in the jhana. So do you think that they need to practice
They need
or
to practice because sometimes they might have wrong view. Remember the one of the we call it Mahabrahma, the great Brahma.
yeah?
They thought that his life is permanent, and the Hindu they worship this great Mahabrahma. He thought his life is forever, continue. So and he thought that he created the world. They might have wrong view also. They born there is because of their good karma in the past life. All right, but it doesn't mean that they will continue to practice meditation, no, because from there they might drop down. They might drop down to other plane, right? Because if they continue to practice, that means that they never come back to human being. But they do come back to human being also. All right. Now
Sanji, can I
you
ask
can
one
see
question?
this one already. You can see this one already. Okay. Yes, sister, go.
So, I'm just curious, is this Brahma, they are forever in the Rupa
No,
Vachara
no, no,
Pasana
no,
Chitta, or
no. You can see.
they
You
will
can see
think and
this
act?
one. You can
Okay.
see this one. All right. This is next question. From
Mm.
Lupa plan, go to 7 Sukati plan. All right. This means that from Lupa plan, they drop down here. Okay. So this means that it's possible even they born in the Lupa plan, they might drop down from the Brahma, they drop down to be human or Deva. Because their good karma will finish. That's why the Buddha says samsara is not permanent. Okay. Even they born in the Lupa, they also, you can see here. Now, why is it the Lupa plan go to 7 Sukati? All right. So that's the thing. You can say they are what is it? They do not continue to practice. Maybe you can say like this. Or their good karma finish. Okay. No need S lah. Okay. Or S also okay. Now, if they continue to practice, then they will be lupa to lupa, right? Because let's say they don't continue to practice, that's why we can take it there from the lupa, they drop down to kama sukati. But here is very interesting. They never go to hell. Because of their jhanic power, they will not drop all the way to the hell, to the Ducati. They only go for Sukati only. Okay. Right. Okay, number 6. Lupa to alupa. Lupa to alupa. This is easy. How come this one thick one? Okay. This one means that from here they promote. From the lupa, they practice the alupa. So they be able to go higher. Means that they finish the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. Minimum you have to go for the highest jhana, fifth jhana. Based on fifth jhana, they go for the first what akasasanya, infinite space, infinite consciousness, and so on. So okay. They practice arupa jhana. This means that the Brahma, okay? Those we born day we call it the Brahmas. Okay, now this one also possible. From the alupa go to alupa. Very easy. Okay, I think the text say that if they are born at the first alupa, if they practice first alupa, they will go for first alupa, or first alupa they continue to second alupa continue to third alupa and to fourth alupa. So this means that they practice higher alupa. Same or higher, okay? Alupa jhana. Okay. Okay. right? So this good one, lupa to alupa, alupa to alupa, which is considered as higher rebirth. The bad one will be this one, from lupa all the way drop to kama sukati. Yes, Brother Ko.
Saji, how do the Brahma who has lower arupa jhana practice the higher jhana? Because they don't have the sense of hearing, so how do they get the instructions to practice? Because
Yeah, but they already learn before. They
that is
just
our
continue their
presumption.
practice. Yeah, it's an
That
assumption. Yes. They already, if they already have the instruction, they just continue their instruction. All right.
but
Assuming they know how to practice. But if they are Arahan, of course, they can practice. Let's say if somebody is a noble person, they already receive the instruction, they can continue to practice until they achieve Nibbana. If they are not a noble person, they just continue to practice other higher alupa jhana. Okay.
so if we say is Arya, maybe there is a, like for example, Anagami, then
Yeah.
the chance is that they will be able to upgrade themselves. But if they are
Yes.
just
Yes.
Putujana Brahma,
Mm-hmm.
it's a bit difficult to understand how they are able to upgrade their jhana attainment.
Okay. So all these are just theory, but they can upgrade if they have instruction, right? They might have instruction before they practice or before they're born in that place. Red color. Okay. So from alupa also can go for kama sukati. So from the alupa you can drop down to the kama sukati. So the reason is also just now also same. Okay. So means that when the kama is finished or they not continue to practice. Okay. So from alupa, we can drop down to kama sukati. Lupa also can drop down to kama sukati, but it's only you will not drop down to here. Okay. Will not go for the hell. All right. Woeful state. Because of we call it the jhanic power as a Brahma, due to the jhanic power. Okay. Maybe I can make a note here. Okay. Due to the jhanic power. So the Rupa and Rupa Brahma were not reborn in four Kama Dukkati. You can read the book Abhidhamma, they say like this. They will never drop here because of their jhanic power. But from the Rupa or Alupa, they might born in a human plan, Dewa plan, Kama Sukati. But from here, if they don't do any good deeds or don't do any practice, so when their good karma finish, then they will go down to the Kama Dukkati. Right. So there's a story about when Buddha saw kind of like a pig or whatever, he smiled because he saw that was in the past, she was a princess. Then one day she practiced Asubha. Then she born as a Brahma. Then from the Brahma, she come back to human. Then after that, from human, born as animal. And then the Buddha see how the samsara did. There was one story, the Buddha was smile. The Buddha smiled when he saw this incident. Okay. The only place from this means that from Kama Sukati, 11 Kama, you can go for 11 Kama. This means that good or bad action here, especially bad action, will allow somebody to go for 4 Kama Dukkati. All right. So you can do a chart like this. So it helps to digest all the information above and also help you to think the logic, That's how I learned my Abhidhamma in my university. Not just memorize the words. It's too boring. Do some kind of like comparison study like this. Yes, Father Ko.
For
Yes, you want?
Arupa to fall down to Sukati,
Yes.
because for those who have Arupa jhana, definitely they have gone through the Rupa jhana. Why wouldn't they fall down to Rupa first before they come down to the Sukati? because they
Mm.
still have the what they call rupa jhana karma that is able to sustain them in the rupa karma.
Okay. This
Rupa
one
jhana.
this one is
Right?
good question. But I think the Abhidhamma, you have to see whether the Abhidhamma book mention about this. Yeah, I'm trying to see the. Okay. I don't think this one say anything, this book. Okay, you can see here, this chart, on the 230, it's talking about like just now what we draw, when that consciousness, then the rebirth consciousness and so on. Okay, possible here. 5 to 11. Okay, I think you read this book yourself. Yeah. I always remember there was some answer. I was thinking there was some answer like that. It's like because they reached the alupa. Alupa is considered the highest jhana they can practice already. So there's no reason why they should drop down to first jhana, second jhana. All right? Because it's the same practice. From the first level, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, fourth jhana, fifth jhana. Then after that, they change to first alupa, second alupa, third alupa, and so on. All right? So it makes no reason why they should kind of like U-turn. But what they say is possibility when we say when they are good karma finished, then they might come to human being, human world or Deva world. Okay. I
Because
think you have to read yourself.
but because
250. Yeah.
when you look at the rupa jhana is actually a very powerful uh,
Yeah.
karma. So in
Okay.
that sense, that can be a patisandhi for their rebirth in
Yes, yes.
rupa realm.
Okay. All right. So I think I also don't have the answer, but I will guess that the alupa jhana is the highest one they can get. So once they reach the highest one, then they cannot go back to first and second because first and second lupa jhana is considered too simple for them already. So they might stay here forever until for some not forever, at least many aeons until they are finished, their karma finished, then they come back to some of the plan. No, this is all theory only. We also don't know how true it can be. All right. Okay, so I think you need to find out yourself. Okay, I don't answer, but I will guess that it's same type of jhana. The first jhana, alupa, or first alupa jhana, second, third, fourth is based on the first and fifth lupa jhana. They are same practice. So, for example, when you finish the university, okay, do you need to go back to kindergarten to study ABC? You don't need, right? Okay. So either you finish the university, you go to job, or somebody might decided to stop schooling and do something else. Yes. Okay. Now we can have questions now. Yes, Ashin Chanda, please ask.
Siaji, I have a question that suppose if somebody have attained Arupa or Rupa Jhana and reborn in the Kama Sukati place like human, then from the if that being again practice the jhana, then will it be easy to get into the Rupa Jhana or Arupa Jhana as he have completed half of the task?
Okay, if they have strong practice in their past life, in this life as a human being, if they practice meditation, of course, it's easy for them. Very easy. Easier. compared to those who never practice. That's why for some people who practice vipassana in their past life, to them, this life, when contemplate vipassana, it will be easier for them to understand nama rupa, for them to understand the concept of non-self, compared to those who never practiced before. Okay, so yes,
Thank you.
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. So we actually finished the discussion here. A lot are very theoretical because it's not easy, but we try to see how much we can do to help people who are passing away. Okay. Right. I think the main thing we need to know about is like this: what will happen when somebody going to die? Right. So try to help the person by create a good sign for them. Okay. Hopefully, let's say the first one is karma. How do we help the person by karma? Let's say the person going to pass away, he have not a lot of energy, but at least you ask him to do a good deeds. Maybe he be able to stretch his hand to give some donation. Or there's one story in Tipitaka. There was a young man, a very young child, because the father was so stingy. So when he was going to pass away, the father afraid that the ladies might come to the house to see the wealth and properties, richness of the of the house. So he had the young child carry outside the door. So at that time, the Buddha passed by. So he was very weak, but in his mind, he just paid respect to the Buddha. By that good deeds, he was reborn in a as a Dewa, in the Dewa plan. So later, when in the funeral time, he appeared in the sky as a deity. So they asked, how did he manage to do good deeds? He do good deeds by paying respect to the Buddha in his mind. So that means that he was doing this karma, good action of paying respect to the Buddha. Okay. And if we are trying to help people who are going to pass away, maybe we can help them by giving them some object, remind them of the object that they, for example, if they like to offer flower to the Buddha statue or whatever, so maybe we show the flower to them. So they will see, oh, this flower, or they remember I also offer flower to the Buddha, and so on. Okay. So we can help them by showing some object to do with the good karma they done before. And Gati Nibbana is not easy to do because we don't know what they see. But if they can tell us what they see, if they see something bad like dogs or scary things or fire, all these are bad Gati Nimitta. So maybe at the time we can tell them, remind them to think about good deeds. So hopefully the Gati Nimitta will change from the bad one to good one, like they see flowers or beautiful person or good looking person. Something good means it's a good Gati Nimitta. Something bad is a bad Gati Nimitta. Okay, so all right. So any question before? I think I will stop here because this topic is actually not easy for me also. Right.
Reggie, I have a question for you here.
Yes.
Okay. Sachi, yours is about from arupa to arupa, rupa to rupa, and then kama sugati to kama sugati, kama to kama. How about I think it's included like Queen Malika, she was human realm, and then she did
Yes.
something that's not right. She was born in hell, reborn in hell. Afterwards, she was
Yes.
reborn in Tusita.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you can go from hell, can go to up also.
No, she
Okay.
was born in this one, 11 karma. This means that including she was born as human here, right? After that, then she go to this 4 karma Ducati. Then after that, then actually they should not be reason
Went
from
to
here,
Tusita.
from Sita. All right. What we say that is not, according to this chart, not possible. Okay. But it might that in split of time she other rebirth take place, Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
other rebirth take place, maybe she come to, but actually the story says she from the hell, she was released from the hell, and after that born is a deity. All right. So we see again. Kama Ducati Sugati. So far, the one mentioned about the Ducati is only the first one. The 11 karma plan to 11 karma plan. Okay. Only this one is possible. Yeah, her story is in the Dhammapada. Should be in the Dhammapada story. So it's say without the Abhidhamma point. So we also don't know what is the exact process. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
But actually she say she's not born as a Brahma, you know. She was born as a in the hell, go to the Deva, not as a Brahma.
Was it Tusita realm? That's a god.
Tushita is this one, 6 Deva. Yeah. Here. This one. From the this one.
Nobody's going to buy any cabinet from Tusita. Put a boycott against your cabinet.
Okay. From the this Wufu, she born as a Deva. Okay. Follow this one. 11 karma to 11 karma. So it's possible also. Oh, Queen. After that, go to L 7 days. Okay. Then after that, are you sure it's Tushita?
Yeah. In the Ananda Jyoti, ancient Buddhist text says that.
I think it's in the Dhammapada, I think. Wisdom Maga. Or maybe in the Dhammapada, I think. It's a heavy rain here. So in the Dhammapada, you can find many stories. Oh, this is the one. Okay, right. Yes, okay. So the king, okay. Okay. The king was very sad. Then he say he want to know where is the Malika Devi. Devi means queen. He want to ask about the rebirth of the Malika. Then the Buddha every time he distract him by asking some by saying something until he forget. 7 days later, then he remember. So he come and ask the Buddha. The Buddha say Tushita. Yes, okay. Right. She was born in Tushita. Okay. Now here. So the Queen Malika, when at the time of her dying,
she did not remember her great donation, Mahaparijaga, but she remember her evil deed, and after that she passed away and reborn in hell, right? So yeah, that's the question here, in Avicii hell. So after that the king asked, and then finally the Buddha say, this one. After the 7 days, she was in hell. Then the 8 days, she come out from the hell and reborn in the Tushita. Okay. It's a very heavy rain here. Okay. So she will be like this. Okay, so from the human world, she born in hell. Then after that, she go for the Tushita. All right, she drop down. For human, drop down to hell, then go for the Deva. Okay. Yeah. And it didn't say that. And this is interesting when you look at the story of Malika, because in the hell, there's no possibility that she can do any good deeds. Okay. And why she was born in hell? Okay. She was thinking about, she was telling lie to the to her this one, all right? Okay. Yeah, okay. She was telling her like her lie to her husband. Okay, that's important. Her last moment, you see, her last moment, she didn't take the good object. She didn't take her donation to the Buddha, to the Sangha, but she remember her. Actually, it's not a very big one. It's just a kind of like jokes, a jokes. She tell lie to her husband, but maybe at that time the traditional way, the woman pay very strong respect to their own husband. So she remember this, even though she was virtuous person, virtuous lady, a queen. She was born in hell for 7 days. On the 8th day, she was born in Tushita plan. And look at it, at the moment of hell, how can she do any good deeds? There's no way she can do good deeds when she was born in hell. But this born in 8 is because of her. Okay, so she had do a lot of good deeds when she was a human being. So this one will give result. That's why she was born as Tushita, as a human, bypass the 7 days at the hell, right? Okay, next question. Uh, okay. Okay, no question. We'll stop here, all right? So yes, Brother Cole.
On this point, that means, does it mean that actually Buddha interfere with the operations of the karma, in the sense that because karma is supposed to be it's a natural process, so in a way,
How did the Buddha how did
No,
the
he doesn't
Buddha
interfere.
interfere?
Okay, okay.
He didn't
No, no, no.
interfere, right? Yes.
Okay.
Actually, the
Mm.
story was that what happened, okay? The
Oh, I
the
think that one is
king,
the
the
other
king,
case,
yeah.
the monk,
Yes, no, okay. The
the
king,
monk.
okay, asked about her rebirth, okay? So for 7 days. So
No,
what
no,
they
I
do
mix
that?
up. I mix
Yeah,
up with
okay,
the
okay,
other
yeah.
case. No.
The Buddha did not tell him that the queen was born in hell. Okay, to why the Buddha didn't want to tell him, to not to destroy his faith, because she was a very good person, very good queen, and she always give donation. And if somebody always give donation, and if the Buddha say she gives so much donation, now she born in hell, then if people listen to this, they will have lack of faith, you know. So that's why the Buddha didn't tell the queen, tell the king that she was born in hell for 7 days. After 7 days, when the king come and ask, then the Buddha finally tell her. All right. Okay, we see the text here. It's actually, so that's why we should learn the Pali. That's the reason. Okay, here he say why the reason he say she was very dear to him, you know, she was very dear to the king. And then if he heard Sutwa, if he heard the news that she was born in hell, and then she would say, if such person with so much faith, Sada, born in hell, why should I Kim Karisami? What's the reason why I will do donation? You know? And then the king might become wrong view, have wrong view. Okay. And then he will stop giving the donation to 500 monks. The always donation to 500 monks, he will stop it. And he might also reborn in hell because he get angry with the Sangha. Right? And that's the reason. Okay. Right. And you want to ask the story about the
Sorry, I think
hunter, the hunter,
no, no, not
the
the hunter.
Arahant, right? The
No,
Arahant,
no.
he changed the life, the Gati Nimitta of the father,
That's
right? That
one.
one.
But there's another one where there is a monk where he was given a very precious robe, and he valued it very much. But before he got to enjoy wearing the robe, he passed away,
Okay.
and he was
Okay.
reborn as
Attached to the rope. Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
And then
Okay.
Buddha told them not to distribute the robe.
Mm-hmm.
After 7 days, then only allowed them to distribute, because then only after 7 days of when
Right.
that insect he passed on
Mm-hmm.
to a higher, better realm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is because all these person they have potential to have good life, you know. The Buddha see in the future. Okay. They themselves are actually how you call it,
Maybe
not
they got good.
not they have the potential. So the Buddha see the future, like for example, like Devadatta. No, he will break the Sangha, right? Then why the Buddha accept him in the first place? Right? People also ask this question. Okay. You know the story of Devadatta, right?
Yes. But then
Okay.
the ending about him because being this what you call readmitted to to the or rather what reordained virtual
Okay.
reordained. I mean I
Yeah,
read
yeah. Okay.
somewhere before he got to see the Buddha, before he got swallowed by the earth, he was reordained by
Okay.
Buddha. That was probably in the commentary, I think.
He was not reordained. He didn't say that he was ordained or reordained. Because he didn't kind of like disrobe. He only break the Sangha, you know, break the committee
But
of
that is
Sangha. But
that
before he
is
passed away, he reaffirmed his faith in the Buddha. before he was swallowed by the earth. You know, it was like kind of like up to the neck already. Okay. So because of that reason, the Buddha see that he actually, when he was as a monk, he also do a lot of good deeds. That's why he has good mind at that time. That's why he can get psychic power. He can practice jhana and can psychic power. It's only later he has evil mind. He want to replace the Buddha. He break the sangha and so on. But because of this potential of doing good deeds, that's why the Buddha allow him to in a sangha for few years. Okay. There are in our life there's always some good and bad, you know. We cannot just look at the bad side. We also need to look at the good side. So if a person have the potential to reborn in a better place, then the Buddha will in a way help him. Like Angulimala. Angulimala so evil. He killed more than 1,000 because finally he count the number. You all know the story. He was counting the number up to what 999, right? So before he get the 999, he already killed many people. Before that, he at the end he want to find out how many people, and he tie the finger. That's why the meaning anguli means a finger. Mala means a garland. All right. So he wear around the neck. But actually, in fact, he was killing more than 1,000. But why did the Buddha save him? Because the Buddha saw that in the past, actually, he has a good potential. In the future, he can become an arahant. Okay. So you know the name. What is the name of Angulimala in the first place? Do you know? Anybody remember the story?
Abhihimsa.
Yes, Ahimsaka. What is the meaning of Ahimsaka? Harmless. Himsaka. Himsa is a torture. So his name is harmless. Means at first he was a very good person, very obedient, and later because of the wrong instruction by the what his fellow students and the teacher, then he start to become bad. That's what we call it the near reason. But one of the past reason we have to look at in Tipitaka is always say that we have two reasons. One is a near cause where because of the teacher and because of other student he become bad. But the far cause was during the past life he was born as yaka. So that's mean that he enjoy eating the human meat, enjoy killing the human. All right. So if we have a far cause and then the near cause. This means that in the samsara, people always do good and bad, good and bad. So if the people like Buddha be able to help them, the Buddha try to help them by like the just now the story, right? The brother Ko was saying that not burning the rocks for until 7 days later, something like that. Okay. Because the loose or something, the small animals was attached to the rocks. Okay, so if no question, we'll stop here. And I think Sister Wendy, yeah, she want I asked her to lead the share. Let me make you as a co-host, okay?
Yes, I agree.
So we have to also ask somebody next person. All right. So who will be the next person? Brother Lee, you want to try next week?
Okay. I need
Okay,
the
all right.
slide and have some practice. I am not so good in Pali.
It's okay. No problem.
But I
Take
can
turn,
try.
take turn. Take turn. You can get from those who done already. I think Sister Teo and Sister Wong have done already. Okay. So yes,
Yeah.
Wendy, you can try now. Yes. Okay.
You can see and hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sagi, for teaching us on Abhidhamma. Today topic on death and rebirth. So today we learn rebirth with the knowledge that we acquire tonight. Hopefully we all will rebirth in the Deva realm. Here we also share the merit to the we acquire tonight to all beings. Imano punya bagam sabe satanam demam. Imano punya bagam saban sataman demam. Imano punan bagam saban satanam demam. Sharing of merits to the departed one.
Excuse me, you have not shared the screen yet.
Huh? Really?
Yes.
One moment, sorry.
Okay, yes.
What? Is it? Can see the screen now?
Yes, yes. You can make it bigger. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, is that okay?
And
So-
run the slide. Run the slide. Yeah. Run the
Okay.
slide. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We can.
Sharing
Okay.
of merits to the departed one. Can I just continue like this?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Iman no nyatina hontu sukita hontu nyatayo. Iman no nyatina hontu sukita hontu nyatayo. Idam no nyatina hontu sukita hontu nyatayo. Sharing the merits with devas. Akasata cha Bhumata Deva Naga Mahindika Punyatan Anumotitwa Chiram Rakantu Sasanam Akasata cha Bhumata Deva Naga Mahindika Punyantam Anumotitwa Chiram Rakantu Desanam Akasata cha Bhumata Deva Naga Mahindika Punyatam Anumonitwa Chiram Rakantu Nam Mamparati. Inspiration. Anna Imaya Pati Pataya Jara Maranaham Parimuchisami. Imame Punam Asa Vakaya Vaham Hotu. Idame Punam Nibanasam Pachayo Hotu. Idame Silam Maga Pala Nanasam Pachaya Hotu. Imana Punya Kama Idam Ma Punya Kamena Ma Me Balasa Ma Goma Same Satam Samagoma Hotu. Yava Nibbana Patiya. Ask for forgiveness. Kayena Vacha Chitane Pamadena Maya Katam. Achayam Kama Me Bante. Puripana Tathagata. Kayena Vacha Chitena Pamadena Mayam Katam. Achaya Kama Me Dhamma. Saditika Akalika. Kayena Vacha Chitena Pamadena Mayang Katam. Achayam Kama Me Sangha. Umaketa Anutara. Buddhan Sasanam Chiran Titatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiran Chitatu. Buddha Sasanam Chiran Chitatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay. Thank you. This time is better than
Yes,
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Improve.
Okay.
Improve